I. What do you? Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
yeah. We'll work it out. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't have those.
No, you're like a lobster.
Right. All right. So.
Right. So are we live, Grumpy One?
We are live.
We are
Can you
live.
believe it?
Nice digs.
We're still alive.
These are nice digs. I must say that we are coming up in the world. I mean, really.
Really.
We got dragged out of retirement to Nashville, to WTF Nashville to commentate what turned out to be the trial of the century.
Absolutely. Set the stage for what we're going to be doing today.
My God, they want me to do car commercials.
I see.
Car commercials.
You look like you're dressed for a
I know.
car
Look at
commercial.
this. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Harry Slash.
Yeah,
Harry Slash. You can't go wrong.
Well, that's what wardrobe is all about,
Well, all right then. So, what are we doing here today?
All right.
Grumpy?
So
what
they
got
called
for
us here. WTF in Nashville has decided they're going to broadcast live. Some live, a little bit live, sometimes from Fairyland. Now it's tough up for us to get there. We're just going to have to.
We're going to Fairyland.
We're going to Fairyland.
No kidding. No kidding.
That's I hope so. That's what they say. That's why we're dressed. We got to be in our best to get over there. We're going to be in the palace or near the palace somewhere.
We're not going actually in though.
I
No.
don't.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't care.
Who knows?
And red carpet, you mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah, red carpet. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we're familiar with this stuff. We know a little bit about that.
Well, heck.
All right. So we have come here to introduce the Fairyland Cool Case Files. Now, this is a slightly different approach since we're in Fairyland.
Correct.
And we are going to today
like prologue.
event. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to prologue the story of Cinderella happily ever after, and this is the prologue. So we got to set the stage.
All right then.
All right
Well,
then.
let's go then.
All right. The trial of Jack and the Beanstalk brought the Fairyland Kingdom and the real-life kingdom together for the first time. Percival T. Giant III and Giant Enterprises wanted to build a bridge connecting the two kingdoms. It would look like a regular steel and timber drawbridge, but it would also carry real-life magic to Fairyland. The massive media division of Giant Enterprise reached out directly to sketchy step queen recently married to King Charming of Fairyland. Now, King Charming wanted nothing to do with technology.
Nothing.
So, the sketchy step queen made the deal with Percival T. Giant III to pipe the real-life internet magic through the bridge. However, King Charming decreed, and this is all he decreed, Friedrich,
the bridge troll, must approve everything that comes across the bridge.
From real life, you mean that bridge going from real? Okay, so that's
let me ask him that. Yes, that bridge, the crosses over between the real life kingdom and Fairyland, my domain.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Wow.
All right.
He's a nice little king, wasn't he?
Yeah. So Giant Enterprise soon piped the Fairyland internet, called Mirror Mirror, across the drawbridge. The sketchy step queen Ginger was given the first magic mirror to connect to Mirror Mirror, the Fairyland internet. She immediately ordered tiny magic mirrors for everyone in Fairyland.
I mean those.
So just like the things you see everybody looking into now.
Everyone got a phone, you mean?
That's it.
Well, who would think it? Huh? Anyway, so the shady step queen, Ginger Alexa, she married the king, Charming, shortly after the king's beloved wife and sister died tragically. Gilbert and Del Monte's mother, Queen Rosie, and Dame Edna White, Mary White, I'm sorry, they were delivering bread to the poor when a flood just swept them away and everything with them in the village, and no one was ever heard of again.
Wow. That's a
Whoa.
story.
Well, they were never heard of again, so the bereft King Charming took to baking to ease his troubled mind. Well, then he was forced to remarry by the royal rules of the monarchy, the smug rules. If we could put the smug rules up here.
Yes, here we
the
are.
smooth moves under glass required him to marry his very sketchy second cousin, once removed. Princess, no, she wasn't a princess. Her name was Ginger Alexa. She was the step queen. And she said, I love fashion, wealth, power, and me. Back to you. No, it's back to me. King Charming's niece, Snow White, I like her.
came to live in the charming palace after her mother, Dame Mary White, disappeared. So Snow White was stunningly beautiful, young, sweet, smart, simple, and innocent. So the sketchy step queen tried to tuck her away in the deep recesses of the palace. She didn't want anything to do with her. Snow White's only friend was Princess Cinderella. Princess Cinderella Charming recently was married to Prince Gilbert Charming. Though they weren't much alike, Cinderella and Snow White, they got along like as the only two young girls in the palace. They had to find something in common. So Cinderella was smitten with the social media app called MyFaze, spending hours every day searching for all the attention MyFaze had to offer. Snow White was never given a mirror. So she just read books and danced with all the fairyland, woodland creatures all day.
Well, meanwhile, every morning the snarky step queen Ginger would go to the social media app, MyFaze, and message every single creature with a mirror phone in Fairyland, which I do believe was almost everyone except Snow White. And she would say, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" Now, every morning, the influences on MyFaze told her exactly what she wanted to hear.
You, my queen, have beauty quite rare, but Snow White has 1,000 times more likes, to be fair.
Beep. So, it's getting interesting, Grumpy One.
Mm-hmm.
So, well,
She screamed.
But, wait a minute. I believe it's you.
She's right here. Yeah.
Well, we have to go here.
No, we didn't. We just read that.
No, we didn't.
Didn't we?
No.
Okay, I jumped onto the...
You
no.
got carried away.
Oh.
You know what happened? You know what happened? You left your mind in your right hand.
It was.
Now you have to
I have to take it back out.
put it back in there.
All right.
Excuse us, everybody. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, goodness.
Have you ever done that?
I thought you read that.
Have you ever been like drinking a cup of coffee with a puppet on your hand, and what you do is try to drink the puppet?
Well, it could be worse.
That's all right.
All right.
Vintage.
So how about you do we'll just start
All
here.
right. Meanwhile, every morning, the snarky step queen, Ginger Alexa, would go to the social media app and MyFace and message everybody in Fairyland with a mirror, MyFace, which was everybody except for Snow. And she would say, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" Now, every morning, the influencers on MyFace would tell her exactly what she wanted to hear.
You, my queen, are fairest of all. But then one day, Cinderella took a picture of Snow White and posted it on my face. Pretty soon, Snow White's beauty and innocence went very viral.
Yeah.
Snow White became the most liked fairyland creature ever. The next day, sketchy Step Queen Ginger got on my face, little did she know, and she asked her favorite question.
Here we go.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Mirror, mirror's reply was,
You, my queen, have beauty quite rare, but Snow White has 1,000 times more light, to be fair. She screamed, No! It's all a big hoax! This foolish young twit doesn't know who she's messing with! Curse her, and all the fake like she got!
ooh.
The shady Step Queen immediately messaged Percival T. Giant III, the chief giant officer at Giant Enterprises, and Fairyland Mirror Mirror founder. She described the fake news she heard on my face and wanted to get rid of Snow White so she could reclaim her status as fairest of all fairyland. That she and P.T. Giant, the guy from Jack and the
That
Beanstalk,
guy, yeah.
if he is a guy,
Jeep is him.
then she and P.T. Giant plotted to get rid of Snow White.
Well, first they posted a fairy Photoshop picture of Snow White smiling while she swatted fairies out of the air with a huge swatter, just for fun. But the poor quality of the Photoshop in fraud, it didn't fool anybody and made Snow White really even more popular than she already was. And it was a non-issue because they say right here that nobody really likes, this is a poll or something, nobody really likes those pesky fairy mosquitoes anyway. However, I'm partial.
so you're
But I digress. Fairy gnats, they call them.
Gnats.
K-N-A-T-S. Anyway, next, sneaky Step Queen Ginger Alexa posted an anonymous rumor on my face. The truth is, Snow White has had a lot of work done to look that good. She has been professionally restored and redrawn. Yes, reliable sources say.
I should be reading that.
Anonymous.
I forgot.
Wait a minute.
So yeah,
The
just
next-
start with next.
Sneaky Step Queen Ginger posted an anonymous rumor on my face.
The truth is, Snow White has had a lot of work done to look that good. She has been professionally restored and redrawn. Reliable sources say she is actually quite plain and dumpy. There is evidence. A complete cut and paste makeover is the only reason she appears to look so good.
Well, however, that rumor, Grumpy One, made Snow White even more likable and famous among the poorly drawn masses of fairyland. Then one day, Snow White received a letter. When she opened it, the envelope, she only saw this message.
I know where your dear mother is. She needs your help. If you care, meet me alone in Dwarf's Woods at dusk. And tell no one.
My word. Well, then the sketchy Queen Ginger disguised herself as a pathetic old Red Riding Hood and met Snow White in Dwarf's Woods. She gave Snow White a shiny new mirror and said,
When you open this app, it will lead you to your long-lost mother, Dame Mary White. But you must open it right away, or it will disappear.
and your poor mother will be lost forever.
That's a flood. Those people.
Certainly.
She's a shady character, I tell you. This Ginger Alexa.
Snarky, too.
Snarky too. But instead, when Snow White tapped the tainted mirror mirror phone and the first byte of the app was released, Snow White was suddenly frozen in a perpetual state of buffering. What exactly is buffering?
Buffering,
What happens to you?
I don't know exactly what it is, but it's when the little circle goes around and around and around and around.
Oh, and you don't go anywhere.
You don't go anywhere. So she was stuck.
Oh my good. Well, luckily the 6 dwarfs. Are we allowed to say dwarfs?
It's in the script.
Okay. Luckily, the 6 dwarfs discovered the still and lovely Snow White in the next morning while they were whistling off to work,
As they always do.
as they always do. They carried her back to their messy little dwarf hostel and laid her down in the sunlight in the window seat in the parlor. The 6 dwarfs were all clever in their own way, and they each tried to wake Snow White from her irksome buffering state. But to no avail. That single bite from that sneaky step queen Ginger's poison apt froze Snow cold. The greatest minds in Fairyland were all hopelessly vexed.
Then one day, a runaway prince from the Far East by the name of Doe-P stumbled upon the dwarf hostel and spotted the shimmering, sweet Snow White through the parlor window.
Whoa.
At first, the dwarfs thought Doe-P was just a creepy little bald guy in a peeping Tom in a tunic. So they surrounded him and they said, and then Grumpy said, "Hey, creep, you better take a hike or else." Doe-P said,
I can wake her from her sleep if you let me.
Grumpy, Doc, Happy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Sleepy said in unison, "Who are you?"
Doe-P.
Doe-P replied.
She has a virus. I must remove it and refresh her immediately before she shuts down.
Having no better plan, the dwarfs agreed, and Doe-P began his virus removal. He shuffled his stocking feet madly back and forth across the thick wool carpet in the parlor.
Yeah.
After several tense minutes, Doe-P stretched out his little index finger and
Yes.
tapped Snow White on her lovely nose. The blue spark from Doe-P's finger woke Snow from her frozen slumber. It also sparked a friendly flame between Doe-P and Snow White,
Isn't that nice?
who immediately became BFFs.
What does that mean? What's a BFF?
I don't know, but I think it's pretty good.
Alrighty.
Doe-P was named an honorary dwarf by the diminutive 6. I think that may be the term.
There it is, diminutive. That's what we have to say, I think.
Well, we'll try.
Right.
See what the script says.
Yeah.
And he and Snow White turned away from the royal lives to take care of the wise but messy dwarfs. Now, Doe-P was a genius at engineering contraptions. His first project was to construct an elaborate rickshaw carriage that could transport any amount of weight, anywhere, for minimal effort on the rickshaw driver. Now, Doe-P's carriage became the primary mode of transportation in Fairyland for the dwarfs, Snow White, and the royal family.
Wow. It's kind of Da Vinci-like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Now, meanwhile, King Charming said to his most royal friend and advisor, Frederick, the bridge troll, create an event on Mirror Mirror Thingy, my face, invite everyone in Fairyland to the grand surprise ball in the Great Hall at the palace on the Ides of March at high noon. Friedrich posted the following announcement for every Fairyland creature on my phase.
Let it be known far and wide that good King Charming will hold a grand surprise ball in the great hall of the Castle Charming on the Ides of March at noon. Be present and prompt at the most important event in Fairyland history. All are welcome.
Oh, that's nice. Well, shortly after the surprise ball announcement, Cinderella got poked. On my face by someone claiming to be her fairy godmother. The fairy godmother told her. That's where the fairy godmother's Ginger.
Oh yeah,
You're Ginger.
Can you start it shortly again?
Yeah,
I kind of got carried away with my puppet.
Meanwhile, King Charming said to his most loyal friend and advisor, Friedrich, the bridge troll, create an event on Mirror Mirror Thingy My Face. Invite everyone in Fairyland to the grand surprise ball in the Great Hall at the Palace on the Ides of March at high noon. Friedrich posted the following announcement for every Fairyland creature on my face.
Let it be known far and wide, and that good King Charming will hold a grand surprise ball at the Great Hall of the Castle Charming on the Ides of March at noon. Be present and prompt at the most important event in Fairyland history. All are welcome.
Now, shortly after the surprise ball announcement, Princess Cinderella got poked. On my face by someone claiming to be her fairy godmother. And the fairy godmother, she told Cinderella secretly,
the surprise of the surprise ball. King Charming is retiring, making your husband, the heir apparent, Prince Gilbert Charming, King of Fairyland. You, Princess Cinderella, will become Queen Cinderella, and all your dreams will come true.
Cinderella immediately twitted this humble message to all of her My Face followers. The cream is rising to the top of the Royal Surprise Ball. Don't you miss it. So,
At that very moment, Prince Gilbert Charming got poked.
Oh yeah, him. Poked.
On my face, too.
Oh,
By someone claiming to be his fairy godmother. Prince Gilbert's fairy godmother told him the same tale. The king shall retire at the surprise ball. King Gilbert will rule Fairyland forevermore. Prince Gilbert messaged all of his constant companions at the Royal Order of the Silver Spoon Club. Hey bros, guess who's getting crowned at the Royal Surprise Ball? Be there at high noon on the Ides of March in my great hall, or be left out. Coincidentally, the less apparent number 2 heir, Prince Del Monte Charming, got a twitty message from his fairy godmother on my face. His twitty said, the surprise of the surprise ball is your awesome punk band, Prince and the Trashy Trolls, will headline the event. You, Prince Del Monte, will become Fairyland's favorite son forevermore. Del Monte promptly twitted a selfie of him dressed in a mirror-sequined evening gown. I can imagine it. With a diamond tiara and a witch's wand between his teeth. Below it was the caption...
Glam rock, glam. Surprise coronation of Prince and the Trashy Trolls. Trash the ball with us at the Great Hall on the Ides of March at noon. With that thing between his teeth. Well,
Yes.
but not so coincidentally. And when King Charming, when he found out that snarky, sneaky Ginger Alexa, you know who I'm talking about, had plotted against his favorite niece, Snow White, he divorced her and banished her to the dark web woods on the edge of the kingdom. Now she fled with only her flashy clothes on her back, her makeup kit, and her precious magic mirror.
So I guess we came to the end of the prologue.
So that's the prologue for. I hope you like the puppets.
Yes.
These are. We're very proud of the cheap productions that we bring to you.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah. I mean, yeah, that. I'll have you know, this is very good coffee, and it's like we boil the water. We don't press a button. We boil the water, put it through a dripper, and we sit there and we wait. And then after a bit, we say, well, it's ready, and we.
That's why it tastes better, because you wait.
Patience is a virtue, so they say.
Enough of these platitudes.
Enough of these platitudes. These platitudes.
Platitudinous.
Right.